The government is having a big focus on the infrastructure sector. The growth is accelerated, but there are a couple of issues which are yet to be addressed. And one of the big tools that government they are having is the Pragati platform. How Pragati is actually helping the central as well as the state government to resolve the issue, to take the infrastructure bit more steps forward. So there are a couple of questions. Joining with me is Mr. V. Umashankar, who is Secretary Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So many thanks for speaking to us. And my first question would be on the Pragati part, because we have seen how Prime Minister Modi, he himself takes a very a keen interest while chairing the meeting. And also, your ministry is looking to upscale the infrastructure by the use of the Pragati platform. Firstly, would like to understand, with the help of few example, if you can just tell us that how Pragati is actually helping to push the infrastructure of the country.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me. The Pragati platform is truly a wonderful thought. It brings the states and the departments together to resolve issues specially centered around infrastructure.
Okay.
Of course, the Pragati platform also ends up reviewing certain beneficiary schemes and the extent to which the schemes are able to deliver benefits to the people. It has also reviewed grievances. But as far as the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is concerned, it primarily focuses on projects.
Okay.
We have probably the largest number of projects that are ongoing at any point in time amongst all the ministries in government. Of course, if you take ministries such as the Jal Shakti Ministry and the Power Ministry, they would also have a significant number of projects, but this would be either limited in scope or so large in number that everything is centered around one project. And for us in project execution, the cooperation at the level of the states, the collaboration with the states becomes very, very important, because roads have to be built on land. And there are a whole lot of issues related to land, availability of land, clearances, the forest wildlife clearances, issue of mining permissions, shifting of utilities, where project can get stalled for years together.
Absolutely.
The Pragati platform allows even the project executing entity at the lower level to flag those issues which are not getting resolved at the level of the project implementing unit,
Okay.
or even at the level of the ministry. If I can take an example, there was a wildlife clearance required for a project in the state of Karnataka. Excuse me. It was going back and forth for many a time, because the nature of the mitigation measures was being discussed, deliberated, and there was no finality that was being arrived at. Now, when the project got listed on the Pragati platform, it got flagged at senior levels. In case of wildlife clearances, it is the state entities that put together what the mitigation measures are and then submit it to the National Board of Wildlife, which clears it. So, even at the level of the wildlife clearance, involvement of both the Government of India and the state government is required, aside from the implementing part.
Okay.
So, somehow the coordination got achieved because it got listed on Pragati,
platform.
and via media a solution was found by which the project could have gone ahead.
Since its inception, once the Pragati platform comes into existence, and so far, how many projects you have been able to, the complex projects that have been resolved, put on fast track, that actually help to, take things a bit more forward? What is the larger picture that you have understood?
So, insofar as the larger picture is concerned, there are about 1,400 projects
1400.
that have come up in Pragati. So, that itself will give you a large number that this deals with. Some of them get resolved during the Pragati process. Some of get resolved when it goes up to the level of the review at the level of the Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister. Of these 1392 projects that are underway, there were about 2335 issues that have been raised over the last 10 years, of which 22, that is 2,222 issues have been resolved.
Okay.
And that has been resolved through the Pragati platform. So you can very well understand the magnitude to which the resolution of problems has been achieved through the Pragati platform. Some of these issues that are unresolved are fairly recent issues or are issues which require the intervention of the courts.
Okay.
So
Litigation.
to that extent, there is under litigation. So even in those cases, if I can take an example, there was a particular case in the state of Andhra Pradesh where certain people had gone to court stating that the environmental clearance had not been obtained before the project execution had commenced. Now, the environmental clearance is to be provided by the state government. They had provided it, but at a subsequent date. Now, the court had initially passed an order staying further action on the project. So when this got flagged in Pragati, the state government offered that they will also become a party to that case.
Okay.
They will have the Advocate General of the state represent the state before the Honorable Court, and through this mechanism the issue got resolved. So it doesn't limit. I mean, the entire purpose of Pragati is problem solving. Keeping the project's requirement and the national requirement at the forefront.
Okay. So when it comes to the aspect of the cooperative federalism, usually it is being termed that the states which are not NDA ruled or BJP ruled, usually in these states we see that problem either it remains unresolved or it multiplies. If I may take the example of West Bengal. So how you see this particular aspect where the ruling party is not there, the opposition party is there, and then the infrastructure project takes a hit.
Somehow my belief is that Pragati is a concept that goes beyond these barriers.
Okay.
And there are, I can cite instances in say Tamil Nadu or in Kerala, where the state government walked 2 steps ahead to help in the implementation of the project itself. In Kerala, for example, there is to be a problem in mining permissions. So the state government then did an exercise with the local environmental authorities and gave blanket permissions for use of the earth for the NH projects in the state.
Okay.
Once it got pushed into this platform. So to that extent, I don't think the barriers affect insofar as the implementation of projects are concerned. Of course, at times there are differential reactions that do come from the state, but then that's to be given. At the end, the project benefits the state also. If it's a highway project, I think one of the biggest beneficiaries is the state. It gives a new center of development. It reduces congestion that local areas face. So I don't think that's been the problem insofar as the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is concerned.
Okay. Before coming to last few questions, just want to understand from the cost saving point of view, from laying more of highway projects, the length. Have you ever done any kind of an estimate that how this Pragati platform has helped the government in terms of cost saving or the time saving or executing the project on fast track basis?
If I can take a ballpark figure, say 10 years back, the projects that were delayed over 3 years was about 3 times the number that exists now. And this is constantly reducing. Of course, there were a much fewer number of projects that were taken up in that past. We take it up as a percentage of the projects that were taken up for implementation and the projects that got delayed. Say in the period between 2010 to 2014, and we then take up the period from 2017 onwards going up to now.
Okay.
It has fallen by 1/3. So there has been a huge push towards project implementation and time, and that the time aspect obviously has a cost impact also.
Okay. Secretary sir, I would also like to take this opportunity to understand your viewpoint, your mission for this year. We have seen you have got a couple of achievements recently, the Guinness record that you have gotten. So for this year, have you set any kind of a target that okay, you'll be looking at 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers of road construction, highway construction for this year, or the mega projects, the big projects that you would like to get it completed and people taking the benefits?
See, the first point is the number of the kilometers that we construct. See, there has been a phase of fairly frenetic and fast, rapid growth in the extent of the highways that has happened over the last decade. Now we are looking at issues of quality. So that phase of development where rapidity or the speed at which the construction was the primary factor, I think we are now coming to the stage wherein the realization is that the highways that we construct today are going to last us from now to the next 100 years, because highways will be, the pace of highway construction or the extent of highways that you require in the country will get saturated in 10 years at most.
Okay.
So if you do not build good quality, durable highways today, then we'll be in the state of constant construction as you go along.
Okay.
Even if you look worldwide, there has been a period of the highway construction that has happened in countries including US, Europe, even Japan. The highway construction has happened over a period of 30 years to 35 years at max. We are in that phase right now. So for us, I'm not looking purely at numbers.
Okay.
I'm looking at quality too, and the government is looking at quality too. There have been definitely issues with respect to quality in the past, and I think there you will be seeing that there will be much fewer issues that are being raised on quality as we go along. Yes, that's insofar as the first aspect is concerned. We continue to have a target of 10,000 kilometers annually, but that will not be the whole and soul. I think our metric will also be that are we building good quality roads,
Okay.
which is measured by what is called the International Roughness Index. And there are technological means by which that measurement happens. So that is what we are looking at. The other part is to ensure that whatever highways are constructed are properly being maintained. So insofar as new and fresh development is concerned, we are looking at connecting the length and the breadth of the country with high-speed corridors. You had the first phase of highway development that happened post the Golden Quadrilateral. And that was the phase when the north, south, east, west corridors and the diagonals were connected, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Calcutta. Now we have reached a stage wherein, aside from the highways, the faster movement is going to happen through expressway and access controlled corridors. So our endeavor now is to stitch together expressways that have already been constructed, either by the central government or by state government. So you have the Ganga Expressway, the Purvanchal Expressway, the Samriddhi Expressway. So many states are also constructing expressways to stitch them together into a national expressway and a high-speed corridor network. So if you are able to, if you need to travel across, and mostly it is at the economic level, because there was a decrease in the logistics cost that the economy was facing from about 15% to close to 9% now. If we have to build in further reductions, that is going to come up only through either expansion of the rail network or through the high-speed corridors. It's not going to come up in any which way. And if we have to truly look towards having a modern Viksit Bharat, then this becomes necessary. It is also necessary for a high-speed corridor to be built in order to ensure that there are development centers that come up in the northern part of the country. Because the northern part of the country is going to be dependent upon access to ports. Given that we are in a supply chain economy system where the reduction of the logistics cost through better supply chain management, it's where the manufacturing is going to come up from. And given that there is a distinct disadvantage that the development centers in the north face because of being far away from the ports, you will have to bridge that by these
Yeah.
two requirements.
Absolutely, sir.
So it becomes more necessary that we look at development of corridors from this context.
Great, sir. A great perspective. And many thanks for speaking to us. And we look forward that all these such stalled projects also get clearance very soon. With camera person Parshuram, this is Samir Dikshit for HNO.